Hi everyone, I'm Christy Goranson and welcome to Washington Grown. Whether it's a combine, a tractor, or a plane like this one, our Washington farmers use all sorts of technology to grow the best food in the world. We're going to take a close-up look and get a bird's eye view of technology in farming.
Today is a huge moment in Farmland Fox history. Today, Mr. Tim Cobb does his television debut.
Oh, man.
I mean, this is exciting. This is broadcast television.
This is the moment. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
The fame has finally caught up with us.
Yes, tens and tens of views. Tens and tens of views.
Has led us to this point where we have an interview for a PBS, a really good PBS show called Washington Grown.
We're changing hearts tonight.
Yes, we are. Right here on Washington Grown.
It's a show focused on Washington state agriculture that is run by Kara Rowe and her amazing team at KRCS.
Good folks there. Good folks.
We get to work with them today.
What a great program.
Great program. Great ambassadors.
And clear weather. We're currently marginal VFR. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. The sun's going to come out in a little bit, and it's going to be all right.
I woke up at 5:30, and I looked out my window and saw nothing but blue sky. It is now 7:06,
and the marine layer has...
there is no blue sky.
It's all right. It's going to be okay. We fly low in this aircraft, so we'll have to.
Just don't want to get too close to Mike and peek. Yeah, I appreciate that. Man, I was hopeful to get through right there. Gosh. It's moving, though. You think it's getting higher? Or you think it's getting worse? Well, it's probably coming down, but when it comes down, it'll dissipate. This is not what we were hoping for today. No. We were hoping for blue skies. Blue skies, and you know, there's still time. There's still time. All right. But we're gonna chase it out over this way. There's some sun popping through over here. Well, we're trying to fly towards the light this morning because we just are not seeing a window out of this soup. Just the break up here. Yep, up here. Yep, it's breaking. We're gonna get up higher than it. That's not great. Not great. But we'll head south and see if we can get down past it. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it is cool flying. So we're now still flying. We're now 6 minutes past the airstrip, trying to find, as you can see out there, there's some breakup in the clouds. Yeah, we'll get our spot, come down. So maybe this is a good time to talk about what VFR is. Yeah, VFR is Visual Flight Rules, which means you have to have separation from any obstacle, any object, at certain parameters. You have to be able to be separated from those things because you don't know what's in the clouds, right? There could be other aircraft in the clouds flying IFR, which they have every right to fly right through the clouds. IFR stands for Instrument Flight Rules. Instrument Flight Rules. Yep. Now, so, Tim, you have instruments. I do have instruments, and this is actually an aircraft that you can fly IFR. But I do not have the certification for IFR, and so so that's additional training and testing through the FAA. Absolutely, all of that is. Those are all additional things that just take more time. They take a lot of practice and another certification. So, but once we see a break down here, which is what we're getting right now, we can shoot the gap. Is what you're saying? Yep, we got a nice one up in front of us actually that we'll head down through, and that will keep us still VFR. But it does look like it's pretty close to the ground out here. But what we can do is we can go down below, and we can fly between the ground and the cloud cover back to our airstrip. As long as the conditions are sufficient for us to do that, yes. And there's a huge hole up here. Yeah, oh yeah. That we can descend through, no problem. That's where we're going. All right, so we'll head back this way now and look for our landing spot at Spangle. So the only other obstacle down this low that you want to be careful for this time of year is spray planes. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they fly pretty low. We're 500 feet off the ground, and which is our AGL minimum. We chose this location because it's a really great aircraft strip out here in the farmland, and it's just a pretty area down here. So beautiful. Yeah, it's got great access to the Palouse, really the northern edge of the Palouse. And you know, there's good there's good things to see on the ground as well as. You were about to say there's good visibility. I was about to say good visibility. Visibility. But you know, today's visibility is just a little bit murky out there. But we're good. We made it back through here, and we know where the sunshine is since we had to go all the way over there for it. We know it exists. Yes, it does. 5 minutes that way. Yes, it does.
Hi everyone, I'm Christy Goranson and welcome to Washington Grown. Whether it's a combine, a tractor, or a plane like this one, our Washington farmers use all sorts of technology to grow the best food in the world. We're going to
feel nervous?
Close-up look and get a bird's eye view of technology and
Not even a little, just chilly.
I just want Chrissy to have a good ride.
It's not very often I get to go up in a cool plane and fly over the Palouse. So, yeah, usually I'm walking in the fields, not flying over them. So, yeah, very memorable.
Gives a different perspective of our land out here, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not landing in crop, obviously, if I can help it, but we'll go into areas where there's stubble from the last year, and we'll put it right down. Hopefully, I kind of make a flyover and figure out where the farmer had farmed it so that we're not going across his rows, because that can get pretty bumpy.
Sure.
Okay, so we go through a little bit of a sequence. This aircraft has radar. It can see other airplanes that are within our vicinity. We go through a little an exercise. I move the controls forward. I move them back. I go side to side. Bengal area traffic, Kitfox 724 Kilo Alpha. We're rolling onto the runway here. We're going to be departing to the south. Bengal area traffic. Viewpoint though, right?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It really is.
So pretty.
Where are you from, Christy? Are you from this area originally?
I'm born and raised in Washington.
Washington, okay.
And I've lived in eastern Washington for probably 30 years or so.
Let's talk just a little bit about the Palouse region then, and specifically. Yeah. Washington has what I would call an incredible diamond. The reason it is for a few different reasons, but the soils are just perfect for holding water long enough to be there for the plant, right? And so small grains is what is predominantly grown here. Wheat is king, but then right behind that is canola and lentils and other pulse crops. When they found it, it was all grass, right? And they're like, I wonder if we can grow wheat out there. And they have done that for the last 120 plus years. And this is an area that can really boast not having had a full crop failure in those 120 years. It's never had a full crop failure. We're talking about wheat that gets exported out into the Pacific Rim. It's used for noodles and pastries. It's not really a bread wheat. And so
we went to Vietnam last year.
Oh, you did?
And followed the food.
Oh, you followed it. And what was that like? I've never been there. How was that?
It was amazing. And you know, like you said, they love our wheat. Yeah. And they make some pretty delicious things with it. So
what's going on? Obviously, the dark green below us is a winter wheat. The light green below us is a spring planted wheat, typically. The stuff that you can see that, it doesn't even look like there's anything planted there, that's likely a garbanzo bean because they're really small. Okay. Or maybe a canola.
When you are working, you work mostly with wheat farmers, or?
Yeah, so predominantly the farms that we manage are dryland wheat.
And Washington and
So Washington, Idaho. We have a couple of farms that we go take a peek in Montana, as well as down into California. I have a feller way down south, some ranches we take care of as far as Texas. Our company, Christy, is 30 plus years old. Okay, it was started back in the late 1990s, and by two fellas, John Sharp and Alan Hatley. We've been with the company for 13 years, and they've started their retirements, and so we've actually purchased them out, and my wife and I own the company now.
Is this plane made specifically for kind of taking off and landing in rougher terrain and that sort of thing?
Great question, yeah. So this aircraft, the Kitfox, is definitely in the light sport, what we would call bush plane category.
Okay.
And that bush plane allows you to do short takeoffs, short landings on remote airstrips. It's actually a mountain aircraft.
Okay.
The mountains we fly through are a lot shorter, and they're the blue sweet fields, but it's very, very capable in the mountains.
I feel like we're not very high up. I don't know, how high are we?
We're 500 feet.
500 feet.
Yep.
And thinking of the crop dusters.
Oh yeah. They're 10 to 20 feet off the ground, right?
Yeah.
And going faster than what we're going right now.
Those guys are a little insane.
They are very, very good pilots.
They are very good and
very good
necessary.
pilots.
I'm so thankful for them, but I like this level better.
This level's nice.
You love your job, don't you?
I really, really do. I love my job. I love the folks that we work with. I couldn't say enough about our team at Farmland Company. You know, starting with my wife Janelle. She and I have been partners for a long time. All right, so here's our airport over here.
Oh, okay.
There's Spangle. Okay.
Spangle.
Back to Spangle.
Where we started.
That's where we started. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow the aircraft down in order to put some flaps in. And so the flaps are what allow us to descend without picking up airspeed. And
Spangle area traffic, Kitfox 724 Kilo Alpha. We are final and full stop. Spangle.
So who are you talking to?
So anyone who's on this frequency, and this is a general frequency for this area, so anyone who's in the air it should be listening in.
Okay.
And we're listening in as well. Hope we're gonna bounce. Hang on. All good. Just a little bounce. Yeah, we made it. We made it.
From the sky above and down here on the ground, our Washington farms look pretty darn good. That's it for this episode of Washington Grown. We'll see you next time.
All right, we got the whole crew here.
Right.
Christy, how was it?
Washington Grown.
That's right.
Awesome.
We saw some good stuff up there today.
Had a great flight. Had a great flight. Really did.
We did. Oh, it's just,
Nice above the clouds.
It was.
So the question always is, would you ever go with me again?
Heck yeah.
All right.
In a
Heck yeah.
heartbeat.
We'll take
In a
heck yeah.
heartbeat.
All right.
Have success.
Would you say you're a fan of our show?
Feel free to
I
subscribe.
am a fan of your show, for sure. You guys do a great job.
Feel free to subscribe, and you may
And tell our
end up
wives.
binge watching all the episodes. So we apologize in advance.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
How many cameras you been running today? Let's see, I have 4 GoPros. Shooting a lot with the iPhone. Okay. My R3. Oh boy. And the drone. 7. I mean, how do you keep it all together? I'm a 7-camera operator. You're a 7-camera operator, which is why this works. This is why this channel has exploded. Our wives love the amount of fans we have. Lucky women. Lucky women our wives are. Lucky women our wives are. Yep. Anyways, the time we spent with Washington Grown really was spectacular. You know, Christy, she's professional grade. It was fun to have her. It was a lot smoother than she thought it was going to be. It was definitely great vistas. Sharing the joy of aviation is always something that I just have taken a lot of people, and it's definitely one of the highlights of the things that I do for fun. Always grateful for a chance to fly with you, Kelly. Thanks for producing these and for all your efforts. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for having an airplane and allowing me to schedule flight time in it. More or less whenever I want. Yeah, it's a very symbiotic relationship we have here. More or less whenever we need it or want it, it tends to, we tend to build each other up, which is great. But you know what they say? I do know what they say. We love your dirt. Thanks for flying with us. Let's go.